So what percent of jobs do you think are found through ads? What? You're probably pretty close. It's less than 2%. Those jobs are typically entry level, minimum wage and above. Now there are some good jobs. I'm always shocked when I see good jobs posted someplace. The problem is you're chasing jobs versus finding jobs. And by the time it goes into print, by the time it goes on the internet, there's probably 100 people in front of you. So that's why you don't want to use this as a guideline. How about the internet? So think about it. Every job board, Monster, Indeed, St. Louis Jobs, every company's website. So if all I do is I apply online and I get the job, what percent of jobs do you think are found that way? Less than 8. Again, lower level, less pay, but it does work. I'm telling you this to give you some guidelines of where you should spend your time, is what I'm looking for. How about recruiters? It's coming up here. Recruiters, how much? Less than 5. Recruiters are either looking for contract work or executive level. Middle level really hasn't caught on yet as far as recruiters. Recruiters don't like us for a couple of reasons. Number one, we're unemployed. Because what is a recruiter selling to a company? I can find you talent that you can't find on your own. So when I bring someone that's unemployed, why couldn't they find me? Why couldn't I find them? So what value do you as a recruiter bring? If you think you're going to change functions or industries, a recruiter's not a good place to go. Recruiters are paid to find round pegs for round holes. If you don't fit in that category, don't waste your time. If you come across a recruiter, get into their system and go someplace else. If they find a job you're qualified for, they will find you. Don't keep bugging them. It's a waste of your time. So what's left over? We can do the math. 85% of every job is found through networking. It's who you know. Good example. If you don't know somebody in Edward Jones, you will never work in Edward Jones. Because culture is more important than anything there. And they rely heavily on the advice and recommendations of their current employees that understand that culture. They don't look at their online applications for at least 6 months. They'll look for at least 6 months based on referrals before they even consider going to their online applications. That's how important it is to them. So if all you do is apply online, it's not going to work. So what's the biggest mistake that people make when they're networking? Anybody got an idea? Exactly. You read ahead. Asking for a job. Now this is a mental change that you have to make. Yes, I'm looking for a job. But I'm coming to you for assistance to find my job. It's over there. The job's over here, so help me figure out how to get there. Because when I go to somebody, Gloria, do you have a job for me? Well, chances are we're not hiring, so what do we talk about next? Conversation stops. And then I can ask her, well, is there anyone you can introduce me to that I can put on the spot and make feel real uncomfortable also? So the chances of getting any referrals goes down incredibly. It's a mental change, but it's something you have to accept to make this process work. Don't be a telemarketer. Networking is face-to-face. Networking is a contact sport. So get out there, shake hands, and look in people's eyes. If you're on the phone, you're not networking. You're being a telemarketer. And think about what you do to telemarketers when they call you. because the same thing's going to happen to you. So what's the primary job of every job seeker right now? What's your primary job? No. At work, what job are you in? What's your role? Exactly. Everyone in this room is in sales, whether you like it or not. Because you have a product to sell. That's you. And you've written your commercial, so get out and sell it to people. You've written your sales brochure, your resume. You've got your online marketing through LinkedIn. So you're putting together all the components of a successful sales campaign. Yes, ma'am?
Where can I find your book?
If I've got a few copies here. If not, if you go to careernetworkingpro.com, it's for sale online.
Thank you.
Thank you. So go out and know you're in sales. Make sure your commercial's right. Make sure your sales brochure is right. And make sure your online marketing is right. And it's all got to be connected.